Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the second episode of the Monday Thoughts. So today we'll talk about the skill of self-confidence. Now, for the past few months, people have been asking me why I'm doing this. People have also asked me how to be a book. And people ask me a variety of versions of these questions, but it basically boils down to asking how do I get to be self-confident. Now, I'm not always in my best state, but I get to bounce back pretty quickly because I personally believe that I'm much bigger coming out of a certain struggle or setback. And I believe this has a lot to do with my skill and self-confidence. And first things first, let's put a working definition on self-confidence and why it is important in your way to becoming successful. So self-confidence, according to Dr. Ivan Joseph, is the ability to believe in yourself to accomplish any task, no matter the circumstances. Now, if you are confident, people believe you, and your confidence is attractive. It brings success, it helps you connect well with others, and you generally feel happier. Now, when you believe in yourself and you're more likely to take action, you get to stand up and seize the moment, and you persevere long after those who doubt themselves. So, how do we improve our sense of self-confidence? Here are a couple of tips for that one. So, number one, preparation and self-talk. I truly believe in the value of preparing your mind mentally before it leads to action. Now, every day, no matter how I feel, even though I feel sluggish and all that, I always make sure that no matter what task I'll have to carry out, my mind is ready for it. This spares me from getting overwhelmed and not having any action plans should something unexpected happens. Now, take note of what I had just said. I didn't mention if I failed to do a certain task. The way that we talk to ourselves from the moment we open our eyes plays a huge role into how we actually carry out tasks. We know for a fact that thoughts influence action, so we have to be able to affirm ourselves instead of focusing on what we could miss. If you are having a hard time believing yourself, you may want to list down all the things that make you you. And affirm and congratulate yourself even for the smallest things, and even if even if it's just you getting out of bed and making it in and out of work safely. The world has enough doubters already. Don't join the bandwagon. Okay? Second, is to take action and repeat. Just get out there and do it. Now, I know that failure is scary, and for everything we do, there's a 50% chance of failing, and there's also a 50% chance of succeeding. Now, how many of us bail after the first failure? And how many of those who actually bailed have been successful in life? Remember that while we may not be able to get things right the first time, life has much more time to offer and we can get up and try again. The more that we practice deliberately and repeat it, we are increasing the chances of succeeding. Now, author Malcolm Gladwell has this 10,000 hour theory that says if you spend 10,000 hours mastering something, you'll be able to be confident and master that specific skill. Now, there's no magic, there's actually no shortcut to something great. If you want to succeed at something, commit to it and do it until you're confident in your skill with it. Okay? And then the last, but certainly not the least tip that I have for you guys is to help build others. Emphasizing power and strength of those around you is beneficial for both you and others. Now, when you help others, you show strength, and that strength turns into self-confidence. Now, you've been able to help someone, and in that moment, you did what you wanted to do and what others needed. The generous act doesn't necessarily have to be a big act right away. You can move from smaller things to more substantial acts, and your confidence grows along with it. Okay? Now, kindness is basically strength, and you are confident enough to turn your attention to other people's needs. Acknowledge the things that people do right and well, and believe me, that goes a long way. Think about how delighted you were when you received compliments from others when you achieved something, and put yourself into others this time around. So self-confidence requires developing a positive attitude and inculcating a strong sense of self-discipline. Now, this will also lead to a greater ability to deal with any setbacks that may arise in the achievement of life goals. And the more that we believe in ourselves, the more resilient that we become, the better our chances and our successes will be, and the less anxiety comes into mind. So I hope you guys learned something from that, and you guys have a great week. Stay safe.